Thank you very much, and good morning, everyone, for being here. We are here to discuss a very important topic today, Iraq's Development Road Project. And of course, this project has been in the news recently about its potential for facilitating connectivity between Iraq, Europe, Asia, and the wider Middle East region. Of course, that has also the potential of expanding Iraq's role in the region diplomatically, giving it political prestige, but also impacting the flow of trade for important commodities. In doing so, there are, of course, a lot of intricacies that need to be balanced carefully, whether that's the political landscape, the economic landscape, social landscape, etc. And to discuss all these issues, I am joined here today on the panel with my four esteemed speakers. We have, of course, Dr. Ahmed Yousef Al-Jumaili from the Prime Minister's political team, Dr. Yerevan Saeed, Director of the Global Kurdish Initiative for Peace at the American University in Washington, Dr. Ardeshir Pashang, who is a researcher and expert in international relations, and just at the end, and I have to peek forward to be able to see him, Dr. Ahmed Naqibzadeh, professor at the University of Tehran. So I think we should jump right into the questions because I have been informed by Ruda that we have 40 minutes for the discussion. And I would like to begin with Dr. Ahmed Yousef Al-Jumaili. The Development Road Project presents a significant opportunity for Iraq's future, and there is the potential for great economic benefit for the country as a whole. In your opinion, how do you view this project in the context of the government's aim to enhance connectivity? Can you also touch on some recent achievements that have been realized in the rollout of this project so far? And what do you think are the strategic measures that need to be taken to ensure the successful implementation of such projects?
I want to firstly thank you thank or acknowledge Ruda Media Network for this invitation and the participants of this important forum regarding the development road project. There's been a lot of talks about the benefits of this project and what's the details of this road and what's to expect and what's the challenge in front of this project. And we as Iraqi government and Iraqi institution and security forces and society and intellects all are responsible for this project to implement it and improve the social standing of Iraqi. We know Iraqi economy based on a 90% of it is based on oil revenue with poor infrastructure, and this due to the continuous war and conflicts in the past years, and as well as the public sector has taken a lot of the Iraqi budget, as well as the corruption issue, as well as issues and problems like at top of it unemployment crisis. According to the latest research, Iraq needs on a yearly basis nearly 53,000 job opportunities, which needs to fill, but the government should know this new development, and all this should be had strategic plan by the government to implement it or solve it. There should be a long-term strategy for those issues. Regarding the FAO port and road development is not a new idea. In the 1980s, they talked about with different names. But the new thing is the Mr. Sudani government has made this project as priority, which has made to make Iraqi economy to become a multi-sector economy and improve its standing. Regarding the development road and implementing needs change in economic philosophy of Iraqi government. As we know, right now, if you don't implement those strategic plan, it will complicate the crisis. But in recent years, we know the state Iraq has become more stabilized after the victory against ISIS, and this led to Iraq become a stable place for investment. We know that a lot of companies, international companies, are heading toward Iraq. They are competing to come to Iraq and do investment, take this opportunity. And this led to this government has implementing a foreign policy based on its common interests and based on the diplomatic and diplomatic principles and neutral principle. Iraq has tried to become a neutral factor in the region, and this has led to new opportunities to arise to solve the challenges and the issues. According to these visions, the development road project, this project for communities are important. It's not just a railway project or a highway project. It's both, which connects Asia to Europe from 33 days to 15 days, just 15 days. This project, it's not a mechanism to look at it like a simple project. It's a big, huge project. According to the master plan, in FAO port, there will be a big economic center hub in the Middle East, as well as there will be a big refinery which consists of 55 as well as a lot of gas reserve. All this will lead to the Iraqi economy situation will improve twofold. The project, unfortunately, through media and press, has not been covered a lot. A lot of people wants to make it as a small project, but thanks to God, the project or implementing the project is continue to implement, and hopefully in the future we'll see a lot of positive things that come out of it. Regarding the design, the industrial cities within the development along the road, those industrial cities, it will be based on planning and based on needs, and most of the major roads will be connected with the roads that leads to the major cities, and will have connecting with the neighboring countries. The project will give a lot of investment opportunities regional and international companies. Right now, we are in designing phase and making a model or designing an economic model for the project. We have done a lot of things like the basic design of the project is finished for the railway and for the highway. 100% are finished. We are now in the phase of detailed design. 64% of the for the railway, 64 is finished percent of, and for the highway is 60% of finished. The port FAO design is finished. Connecting FAO and support is hopefully finished in the end of the year, and the tunnel is continuing to work on. Iraqi government has published a law specialized for this project. It will have regulate or illegal backing of the project. So for those investors who work on the project, there's another project. There's a special committee to supervise the implementation of the planning of the project, as well as Iraqi Prime Minister and ordered all armed forces to support and provide security all the development road, as well as a high-level committee has been formed, headed by the Prime Minister. The road development road project, as I said, is not just a highway and railway, but there's other roads reconnecting. It's an energy road, oil and gas road, for as well as communication sector. This project provides thousands of job opportunities for all the industrial and economic cities that will be built within the development road project. And I want to say that 700 billion imports will be coming through this road, and hopefully with those opening of these cities, Iraq will be able to provide all the needs of the local local needs. Also, there's a big opportunity coming up for the investment sector. This investment sector, the sector in Iraq now is being redeveloped, will give more integrity and more independence to Iraq as a state, and it's a big golden opportunity to Iraq become a main partner or trade partner for the neighboring countries. And a lot of people say that talk about negatively about this project, but the vision for this development road, it's not that simple. As we all know, it's not a highway or a railway. It's about trading, revenue, transit, and but after the Gaza war, the government talked with the World Bank, so the road could, or the project could continue and start the first phase. based on the old highways between Basra and Mosul, and then there will be more reconstruction with the support of financially by World Bank, as well as connecting southern middle road to north. And this is a short way of describing the project.
Thank you very much, Dr. Jumaili, for setting the scene. You know, it is encouraging to hear all the achievements so far with respect to developing the project. I want to talk to Dr. Yerevan now. Dr. Yerevan, you know, Dr. Jumaili was talking about the progress made so far in the rollout of the project. With projects like these, you know, we realize that there are a lot of political, economic considerations that need to be navigated quite carefully. Some say that the project could be a competitor to China's BRI, for example, maybe other Gulf-based networks, etc. In your opinion, you know, what kind of metrics need to be targeted for the successful realization of this project, keeping in mind the balancing of key intricacies regarding politics and economics?
Thank you. It's really a great pleasure to be here. Thanks for that. Thanks for the distinguished panelists. Doctor talked about the benefits of the IDR or Iraq Development Road, the potential for Iraq, for its economy, and also for its future. But it's really important to take into consideration what it takes for a mega project like this to be successful. There are three key factors for a multi-billion-dollar project like this to succeed in the future. One of them is political stability. The second one is whether you'll be able to attract foreign investment, and also the economies of such a mega project, whether this economic part will be involved or not, whether this kind of project will lead to what is initially planned to, because it's really ambitious. It is supposed to take away 10 to 15% of the global trade through Suez Canal and reroute it through Iraq and shorten the delivery of goods from China to Europe from 30 to 50 days to about 12 to 18 days. Let's not forget that this project started from one conflict zone that Iraq has always grappled with, and that's the Basra area. It was one of the main battlegrounds between Iraq and Iran, and also later Iraq has had historical issues and conflict with Kuwait. Kuwait is not happy. Iran is not happy, particularly because Iran has its own overland route that starts from Bandar Abbas, and also at the moment they are working very hard to make the Qamar port a deep sea port that will be able even to compete with the UAE Jebel Ali. So you have all these multi-layered competition and also challenges. When you come to the north of the country, that's where the development road ends. Again, that is another historical conflict zone. Kurdish insurgency, the PKK there, even though yesterday there was a call by the PKK jail leader Abdullah Öcalan to disband and also end the armed struggle. That could be a plus for the IDR, but the Kurdistan region feels that it has been excluded. If you look at the design of the IDR, it starts from Basra, it comes to Zubair, and all the way it goes to Diwaniyah, Nasiriyah, to Najaf, and then it makes all these snake turns, go through all the Shia provinces, and also it goes to Hilla, to Babel, Baghdad, and also it goes all the way to Mosul. And then instead of going through Duhok province and then to Fish Harbor, which makes more sense, both in the term of efficiency and also cost-wise. It goes towards Tal Afar, Rabia, and it goes directly to the Turkish-Iraqi border near the Ovake or Fish Harbor border. So you can see that the design of the road is really not very welcomed, especially in the Kurdistan region, and also Kuwait is not happy because it thinks that it has been excluded from. And also you have security challenges in the country. You have fragmentation of power across Iraq. You have multiple militia groups that challenge the authority of the Iraqi government. They are competing for resources, for the contractors, and of course a multi-billion-dollar project like this will attract lots of attention. Bribes and corruption will be a very big part of it. Because, Doctor mentioned about the Al-Fao Grand Project, which is a, essential stage for the IDR. It started in 2013, and we're still in 2025. It has not been finished. There has been lots of even like conflict and fight between Sadr faction and also Asayib al-Haq, because they are competing for contractors for the service of the FAO port. And in fact, it led to the suspension of work at the Grand FAO port. And even there was, allegedly some sort of political violence was involved. One of the general managers of the DIO, which is a Korean company responsible for building the FAO project, was murdered. So also, among all these problems, you have a country that's plagued with corruption. Iraq ranks 140 out of 180 countries when it comes to corruption indexes, and that will really dissuade foreign investors from coming and investing in a country that's so risky. That is, the legal regime is not very transparent. Even the first contract that was, done or awarded to conduct this feasibility study for the IDR, it was not done in the most transparent way. It was, given to an Italian company called PEG. Many people criticized how it was awarded, and even the company does not have expertise in doing such kind of works. And also, policy continuity is really an important part of this kind of project is to be successful. Iraq has fragmentation of power, as I mentioned, and also for any prime minister will be able to pull off a project like this will be very, very popular. So it comes with lots of populism. And the question is whether Prime Minister, for example, Sudani, will be able to get support from the other political parties, whether the parliament is willing to allocate funds for a project like this. So far, there is no any budget allocated for even the initial stage of this project. So I'm going to stop there for now.
Yeah, you make a very interesting points, Dr. Yerevan, and that brings me to Dr. Ardeshir, because, there is sort of a criticism that large-scale projects like these in Iraq, they're always hampered by political issues, security issues, and instead of contributing to the country's growth or economic benefit, they're marred by these issues, and they don't really pan out or are realized. Do you agree with that statement? And also, because as Dr. Yerevan is saying, the exclusion of the Kurdistan region with regards to the project, do you think there is a role that Kurdistan can play over there, maybe other regional actors as well, in the realization of the project?
Regarding your questions and my topic is the geopolitics of Middle East, and we were witnessing and on conflict and war on based on ideology. We see there's a lot of crisis going on in the region. There's four things that why what's the main aim of development road in the Middle East? It's to benefit the people of the region and reconnect the countries more with the country. And another Iran and KRG, the relationship, as well as the effect of that project on that relationship, as well as the change of KRG and Iran can help and have a role in the development road. We, as in international relations, we have the support of the relationship within countries based on the security interests. In 1945, the support of 6 European countries. In 1956 became a European Union, but in Middle East, as we said, the situation is different. One of the reasons is there's more conflict of geopolitics in the Middle East, historical conflict in the Middle East, ideological warfares still continue in the Middle East, based on ethnic and sects, and ethnic conflict, Turkish conflict, Iranian conflict, Persian conflict, Arab conflict. It's still continue to this day and have been solved. And different type of government. In European countries, in 40s, 1950s, they were more democratic, but in Middle East, we have different governments, and most of the government, there's a lot of crisis within the country as well as with the neighboring countries. At the same time, there's another topic. No leaders who have a common interest or common views on how to solve the issues. If we see, this is the reason that why Middle East is very different to other regions, and the development road is instead of becoming become a stable part, becomes more unstable. Regarding Iran, if you see, look at Iran and KRG role, and in terms of development road, I want to say it in short, like the Silk Road that starts from China to which is eight corridor, and then goes through Iran and then Iraq and as well as the Silk Road, which reconnects Asia and India, UAE, Syria, and then to Turkey, and then to Turkey, to Europe, to Afghanistan, Kazakhstan, Azerbaijan, and then goes back to Turkey, and then back to Europe. Another corridor that goes through India, connects India to Middle East as well as Europe. This talks that the 7th October attacks were related to this project. The connecting of Port Saeed to to EU, to Iraq, to Iran, to Turkey. Look, if these 8 corridors, a new old character like Iran, and a new character like KRG is just have a small share in one of the corridor. Iran, it has a strong international position. Even the superpower, they're against the influence of Iran in Middle East and around Middle East. And due to the recent years events in Middle East, what has happened that Iran has been damaged, or Iran's position in international has been damaged, especially in Syria and Lebanon, as well. KRG has, in terms of KRG, there has a lot of pressure from neighboring countries, as well as the central government in Baghdad, and this has led to the situation of, or the position of KRG, as well as Iran, to have a difficult position. Another topic is the peace process in Turkey and the Öcalan message. Just have 5 minutes to go. اما تانیا 5 خولەکمان ماوە تاوەکو دەست بکەین بە هەفای
دکتۆر ئەحمەد نەقیبزادە دەمێ پرسیارت لێ بکەم. هاوکارەکانمان چەند خاڵێکی زۆر باشیان لەبارەی سەرکەوتنی ئەم پرۆژەیە باس کرد، بە تایبەتی ئەگەر باسی کەشی سیاسی و ئەمنی وڵاتەکە بکەین، دەبینین کە دەستپێشخەری زۆر هەن لەم چەندین وەبەرهێنانیش هەن. ئایا دەتوانی باسی چەند خاڵێک بکەیت کە وا بکات ببێتە هۆی ئەوەی زیاد بوون وەبەرهێنان لەم وڵاتە زیاد بکرێت و چ پێویستە بۆ ئەوەی پرۆژەی زیاتر وەبەر بهێنرێت؟
Thank you very much. My colleagues talked about a lot about the project, but I am very pessimistic, and the situation of the region, and just like a Balkan region, if we don't solve those issues related to the region, and we cannot solve it, the dictators will have more opportunity to dictate and intervene in the other countries' internal affairs. دەست و چاو خۆش بێ.
بیخۆ بەسادە بی عافێتت بی ئەوە شیر و قاوەیە
لایف سیڤەری لایف سیڤەر تۆ.
ئەوە سەیری کابرام کوردی هەردووکم هێنا.
In this energy right now, we are talking about. My colleagues talked about this project. And this is there's a lot of issues that U.S. President says has a plan to relocate the Gazan people, Palestinian people. كليني دني دن
نطق العربي ودري
لا والله نطق العربي ودري جل ما
بس بقى كردي كبكة بعد كاتو كردي بس كاتو كردي بعد لهون كردي كبكة ليه دانش ليه دانش ولا تو بكردي كباب وهم يعملوا ولا تو تسبيح كباب عربي ولا دانش كردي كده ما مستوى
not any nations around the world and around the region. There's a more common thing, culture and clothes. And after the Ottoman Empire, and they divided between Turkey, Iran, and they forced it to. And some of part of it became right now. If you look at it, you talked about Kurds from Turkey. If they agree on autonomy, they could. Just say after autonomy talked about wanted independent country. I will say this issue have a big roots. Worst case scenario is talking about become strong military. Talk about this project connecting China to Turkey. If you want to file this project, just put 2 bombs and all the project will fail, will not succeed. And you could